A 19-year-old migrant from the Ivory Coast has died after being stabbed to death by an Afghan asylum seeker in the notorious Moria migrant camp on the Greek island of Lesbos. The attack took place at around 2 a.m. on Monday when an Afghan migrant stole a mobile phone belonging to an African migrant. The situation rapidly became heated, and the Afghan took out a knife and began stabbing other migrants in the camp. The 19-year-old Ivory Coast man was stabbed in the chest and abdomen and was taken to a nearby hospital in Mytilene where he later died of his injuries. A 33-year-old from the Congo and a 19-year-old also from the Ivory Coast were also hospitalised after being stabbed in the abdomen and the thigh, Proto Thema reports. Another man, whose nationality is not specified by the newspaper report, was also treated for injuries after being hit in the head. The Afghan who is suspected of carrying out the brutal attack was placed into local police custody. The stabbing attack is just the latest bout of violence to take place in the notorious Moria migrant camp, which has been filled over capacity for several years. Last September, at least 2 migrants, a woman and her child, died after a fire broke out in the camp. The incident triggered riots among the migrant residents who claimed they were angry that it took so long for the emergency services to arrive and put out the fires, which they said led to the deaths. In August of last year, the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR, called for the Greek government to transfer underage migrants out of the camp after a brawl led to the death of a young resident who was stabbed by a 15-year-old Afghan boy. Moria is not the place for children who are alone and have faced profound trauma from events at home and the hardship of their flight. They need special care in designated shelters, UNHCR representative in Greece Philippe Leclerc said.